Guys, chasewins.com. It is Sunday, Easter Sunday. Happy Easter, everyone. And listen, I know we love to talk about sports on here every day, and I'm not going to preach religion to you because I don't know if you're religious. I am, but that doesn't mean anything. But anyway, if nothing else, guys, I know we love sports. I know we love talking about this stuff, but there are more important things in life. So make sure today, spend some time with the ones you love. Obviously get your wagers in. Let's make some money, but don't just spend all day sitting in front of the TV or something. Do something with the ones you love because there are more important things. And I'll be honest with you, the direction that our country's headed, the way that just the overall state we're in, it's going downhill fast. So get out, be positive, do something good on Easter Sunday. Hopefully it'll be nice weather wherever you're at. It'll be warm, be nice and sunny. But either way, no matter what day it is, 365 days a year, it's time to win. So let's do a recap. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, smash that like button. You have no idea how much we appreciate it. Let's do a recap. There's 2 games we can't recap because they are still ongoing, but everything else is now finished. I'll tell you what the games are. That way you can recap them yourself. And that way we can get you on a free play. And then I'm going to talk to you about a couple of games that are ongoing, that just key little points to look at, because I told all of this on the live show the other day, and I'm still getting DMs and emails, and some people just didn't listen to me, and it has cost them money. So anyway, but first and foremost, the NHL Game of the Year, it goes Sunday. It is on the website right now. It is $99. It comes with a guarantee. If this game were to lose, and it's not going to lose, we're going to give you 7 days of all NHL plays. And you guys know we have been red hot in the NHL. Absolutely smoking. I'm going to give you 7 days of all premium and all top plays in the NHL. 1 full week of it if this game were to lose. And usually it's $150 for a game of the year in any sport. I'm going to do it for $99. It's already on the site. The game's already posted. The link's already there. So you go, as soon as you make your purchase, boom, you've got instant access to the play. Just log in, click the link, and boom, you have the play. It is a hockey game, obviously, like we just said, NHL Game of the Year. And I don't know what time we're going to pull the link down because obviously it's Easter Sunday, and I'm not going to work all day. I don't want my team working all day. That's why I'm going to work late into the night. By the time you see this video, most of the plays for Sunday will be up. I know I'll probably have to come back right around lunchtime and post the later games because I'm still waiting on information for those. So once I come back and do that, I'll probably pull that purchase link down because then everybody's going to take the remainder of the day off. So make sure if you want the game, purchase it before lunchtime or before, just before the early afternoon. That way you make sure that you get the action because again, once it's time for us to close up for the day, I'm going to pull the link down. That way, there's nobody that can say they had a problem or an issue. I'm not getting flooded with emails, questions about the game, so on and so forth. That way, we all can take the rest of the day off and relax because it is Easter. So, but make sure that you jump on the play. It's $99. Like I said, win or get 7 days of all NHL plays for absolutely free. It's on the website now. Should be the top link when you go to the purchase page at chasewins.com. Anyway, let's do a recap of what we did today. NHL, that was what we actually kind of took a little dud in today. We cashed our late play on the Colorado Avalanche. That was a nice winner there. But we had 2 plays there later in the afternoon that we had over 5.5 goals, that both of them hit 5 goals. The Philadelphia game as well as the the New York Rangers game, both of them did that. So we didn't cash those, but we got the Colorado Avalanche game, the early game, like we said, the Boston game that we gave you yesterday, that one did not cash. But again, we have been so red hot in the NHL, you're bound to have a losing day. And here's the beautiful thing. As much as I hate a losing day more than anything in the world, all of you guys know when we have a losing day, we bounce back better than anyone. So what better day to have a game of the year on than after a losing day? Because we're going to bounce back and we're going to hammer it with the highest rated game that we can have in any sport, a game of the year. Go get on it. NBA, we swept the board again. That is 7 out of the last 9 days that we have played in NBA, we have swept the board. We've won 8 straight plays in the NBA. We had 2 plays again on Saturday. We had the Miami Heat -11, nice winner there. We took the New York Knicks -1 over the Detroit Pistons on the road on a back-to-back, mind you, which again getting argued with everybody. They're on a back-to-back. They can't do this. They're still the overall best defensive team in the NBA. Does anybody realize that? I bet not one capper can tell you that. I bet not one person that can argue with me has even cared to look at the numbers, the overall numbers. No, they don't have individual great numbers. Nobody does on the Knicks. But overall, as a team, they have the best defensive stats in the NBA, and I'm probably the only one that told you that. You know why? Because I'm the only one that looks at it. There's a reason that we are killing the NBA. It's because we actually follow this stuff. We know what we're doing. The New York Knicks blew the doors off of Detroit more so than I've seen them do to any team this year. They, on average, were holding a 25-point lead for most of that game. Blew the doors off of them at -1. Another 2-0 sweep. We have $50 for 3 days of NBA. That's half price, 50% off. It's going until midnight on Sunday. We've been running it for the last few days. I said we'd run it through the weekend. So at midnight on Sunday night, that price is going back up to $100 for 3 days. 7 days for $50. So if you want it, go get it. You get it for 50% off right now. And people that have been buying it for the last 3 days that we've had it on sale haven't lost a game yet. And I think we're looking at one nice big play for Sunday as well. So make sure you jump on it. The NBA will not be posted tonight. That'll be the ones posted probably around lunchtime tomorrow, along with one other NHL game that I'm looking at other than the game of the year. I'm going to have early baseball up. One later baseball game I'm going to give you now. And then we'll obviously do some of the other baseball action tomorrow once I see what bullpens are going to do if we lock something else in. But let's get on baseball. We've got 2 games ongoing. The Dodgers are still going on right now, as well as the White Sox and the Angels, which we took over 8 in. So we'll see if the Dodgers come out with a win. And we'll see if they go over 8 in the White Sox-Angels game. But for the 3 early games that we had, we went 2-1 in MLB with a top play winner. The Cleveland Indians did not cash. They really just couldn't get their bats going. I was okay with the way they were swinging. They didn't swing enough, in my opinion. You got to hand it to Detroit. They had 2 really good innings, and defensively, I think their bullpen really held them together well, which is uncommon for Detroit. So hats off to them. They won that game. But in the early going, we also took the Kansas City Royals on the money line, and that one right there, top play, an easy blowout win. And I was already getting messages when they gave up the 4 runs or whatever it was early. They did the same thing opening day, gave up 5 runs in the first inning, came back and whooped the shit out of Texas. Texas is one of the worst teams in the American League, guys. The only team that may be worse than them is Detroit, and I think Detroit's going to finish higher than them. They're most certainly the worst team in the AL West, and I've been saying it since the beginning. I said it all offseason. Kansas City is sneaky good. No, they're not a true contender yet, but they're good enough to beat up on bad teams all day, every day. Don't be surprised if they do the same thing, even with Lyles going in for Texas on Sunday. He's supposed to be one of the most important arms that Texas has. He's not even a full-blown starter yet. There's injuries going on, which is why you see the rotation you see for Texas. But don't be surprised if Singer, who's never played in front of fans before, comes out and lights him up, goes for 4.5 to 5 innings, and obviously when the bullpens come in, big advantage there for KC. But then the third game we had, we took the Cubs. They blew the doors off of the Pirates. Did very well. Jake Arrieta in his return, I think he did very well for his return. The bullpen came back, did much better than the Cubs bullpen usually does. So we went 2-1 in the early games with a top play winner, cashing in yet another MLB top play. And then obviously we've got the 2 games going. We'll see what happens there in the later going. But then highlighted of the day by a 2-0 sweep in the NBA. So go get on that. Jump on the NHL Game of the Year. Jump on that NBA pass while you're at it. And before the prices go back up at midnight on Sunday night for MLB, jump on a 3, 7, or 30-day MLB pass while they are on sale. Let's get you on a free play. The Dodgers are ongoing right now. Obviously, they had a huge win on Friday night with Trevor Bauer on the mound. We cashed that in as a top play. I'm going right back with the Dodgers on Sunday. Urias is on the mound. And here's the thing. Right now, the Dodgers have the best pitching lineup in baseball. The close second to them is going to be San Diego. Obviously, we're going to have to see what Chris Paddock can come back and do. He had a very poor 2020. He's got a little new mix of new mix of pitchers. He's revamped his slider. I think that if he stays healthy, number one, and their pitching staff overall stays healthy with Snell and Darvish and those guys, their bullpen is already a very close second to what the Dodgers have. But if they stay healthy and Paddock has a good 2020 campaign, then all they need is to get Clevenger back, and you're looking at the best pitching rotation in baseball. Period. It's just the way it is. And the only reason that is yes, Trevor Bauer's a great addition, but he's not going to be there for the long haul unless he signs another contract. And Clayton, right now, I still think he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He reminds me of a Justin Verlander, but his strikeout ratio just isn't getting it done, and he tends to give up the long ball at the wrong time. I love Clayton. Again, still one of the best pitchers in baseball, a first ballot Hall of Famer without question, a first ballot human being without question. But because you see that age go up there with the Dodgers, they're dwindling just a little bit in a couple of spots, David Price being one of them. And the youth and the upward streak and the upcomingness that the Padres have is why I say you get a healthy Clevenger back and Paddock goes out there and puts on a show, that becomes the best starting pitching rotation in baseball. But right now, all the Rockies have are useful pitchers that can get through some innings. That's it. They have no dominant pitchers, nobody that puts a threat to any good offensive team, most certainly not the best offensive team in all of baseball by a long shot. Yeah, the Padres may be second in a lot of ways offensively, but there's still a big gap between overall offensive talent and production between the Padres and the Dodgers. And you're going to see that as we get through the course of this season. Right now, the Rockies have no answer. Trevor Story and Charlie Blackmon cannot be the only guys that put up production for the Rockies, and you expect them to go out there and win. Yeah, it was kind of just a little, whatever you want to call it. It was just pure luck and shit that the Dodgers dropped opening day. But I told you flat out on opening day, don't you dare take the Dodgers today. They are going to work on things to see what they're going to do because they've got a 4-game series, and they're going to come through and mow them down after that. And the Dodgers could have won opening day. The Rockies had those 2 really good innings that just made it difficult for them to come back. I don't think they gave it all they had to come back. Killed them last night. I have a feeling they're going to beat them tonight. And I think they're going to wax them on Sunday. We're going to take them on the run line. We're going to lay the $1.50 to do it. I hate giving you the Dodgers as a free play because I think that it's somewhat obvious. But right now, a lot of people don't trust Julio Urias. I mean, he's not the guy you want up there out of everybody the Dodgers have. But last year, we had a pick in almost every start he had, all but 2, and we cashed with him. He was one of our most profitable pitchers last year, and that's because he's been a pitcher that I've been following just as close as I've followed anybody in the past 3 years. I think that he is, and while I think Walker Buehler is going to make a case for Cy Young this year, let Julio come in and have a couple of good outings following up a poor outing by Buehler, and you're going to watch him be the one that people start talking about. He is a fantastic pitcher that's not getting near the credit that he deserves. He's not fully developed yet in what he needs to do to be considered the great of the great when he's in such a good organization. But I have no doubt in my mind that the Dodgers are going to win this game by 3+ runs. So I'm taking them on the run line. That's a premium play. It's already on the card, or already going to be on the card for Sunday. Ian Anderson, I think, is one of the most important pitchers to look at for Sunday. I think as of right now, with Soroka still out and Max Fried getting so much put on his back, I think the most important pitcher to look at in the Braves organization right now is Ian Anderson. What do you go, 17 scoreless innings in the postseason? I'm telling you right now, that tall, lanky, goofy son of a bitch, that dude right there, if he stays healthy, will be the number 1 pitcher outside of Max Fried that they have. Soroka's not going to be it. I like him, but he's not going to be it. I love Max Fried, but I think Ian Anderson's going to be the most important arm that organization has. So keep that in mind for Sunday. Take that for what you will. Read between the lines, if you will. And also, Cleveland-Detroit, look at that game. While I think that right now Detroit has the upper hand as far as momentum, and they've got Screwball going in, who's been the overall number 1 pitching prospect in the MLB for the last 2 years. He's highly touted. People are expecting a lot out of him. I'm one of those people that think that by the end of this year, he's going to be one of the most talked about pitchers. Making your major league debut at home in cold weather at that against a team that you've just beat twice in a division that they've destroyed you in for the past decade or close to a decade, that is not the best recipe for success. So here's one of two ways that game can happen. Either the kid comes out and lives up to the height they know he'll be within the next 5 years, and he does it on day one, and that's the only thing you hear about for the next week. Or he comes out there, he has a couple of good innings throughout everything, but the Cleveland Indians get to him early. They get to him often. He doesn't make it past the fourth. And right now, Detroit, whose bullpen is so much improved from years past, and while I don't think that it's that much worse than Cleveland's, because I don't have a lot of faith in Cleveland's bullpen, even though a lot of people do, Cleveland has preserved their bullpen over these last two losses very well, while Detroit, to hold on to these wins, has had to deplete more of their bullpen. So going in with a somewhat depleted bullpen for this series that you've set out saying these are your guys, backing up a first-time starter in Major League Baseball, no matter how highly talented or prospected he is, that's a recipe for disaster in Major League Baseball. So take that for what it is. Guys, I've given you some little tips and tricks. Take them as you will. Your official free play for Sunday is going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers. Yeah, you're going to have to lay $1.50 to lay the run line, but it's going to take the Dodgers just completely laying an Easter Sunday egg for them not to win this game by 3+. Hell, if you want to sprinkle some fun money on them minus the alternate run line, -2.5, you're welcome to do it. I just don't see another world because right now it's too early in the season, and the way the Padres are playing, Dave Roberts is not going to let his guys let up. One of those two teams is going to have to lose eventually. Obviously, the Dodgers have already lost one. The Padres have not. They want to make that back up to where they can even it back up within the NL West and exceed that by 3 to 4 games before they do anything to take their foot off the gas. They were both blessed with easy opening series against two bad teams, and the Dodgers are the ones that have let their foot off the gas just too much, and it's cost them. And right now the Padres are leading the division. They have to get that back, and it's going to start by beating the shit out of bad teams. So the Dodgers on the run line is your free play. The MLB King will be back for Sunday, maybe even a top play. Don't know. But we got an NHL game of the year. Go to chasewins.com and get it. Get on the NBA 7-day pass for 50% off. The price is already on the site. We're going to go sweep an 8th day in a row in the NBA. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll have NHL, we'll have MLB, we'll have NBA. Jerry will probably have some soccer, maybe some Sunday horse racing. I love you guys. I will see you back for another one. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you guys in the winner circle.